Not so much detectives as defectives. Jasper Carrot's mate, Robert Powell. I always get the feeling when I see you and Jasper eyeballing one another like that you are but a hair's breadth away from collapsing in heaps of giggles. Is that the case?
Yes. Yes, I'm afraid so, yeah. We're, a hair's breadth, I think, is probably an exaggeration. It's less than that.
How on earth did you come to, did you discover your craft of comedy? Because you weren't known as a sort of great comedy actor before that.
No, I've worked in comedy before. It's just, it depends on what your definition of comedy is. I mean, I've never done anything that's quite as broad as this. But when I started out in rep, I was always the comic. I was always the one doing the funny parts rather than the hero. So, to me, it's just, I've had to wait a few years for it to arrive. But it's, I'm glad it's here now. Yeah.
How did you come into working with him? Did you know him beforehand?
Yeah, we met playing golf. And we made each other laugh. And Jasper said, it'd be nice if we could work together, you know, one day. And it struck me. It's been a bit unlikely. I hope he's watching. I thought it was a bit unlikely. And then I got a phone call about 4 years ago. Jasper said, I've got these great sketches for the show. Do you want to see them? I think you might like to join in. And he bunged them down to me. I fell about laughing. And I said, which one do you want me to play? Because I didn't want to be straight man to any comedian. And that's really the key to the success of our working together, because the parts are equally funny. There's no question of it.
But do you not feel when you're doing it, though, that he is the comede, as it were? I mean, you must a bit yourself presumably feel that you're on your mettle because you're working with a man who's made his name and his money out of comedy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I must admit that maybe it's my arrogance as an actor, but I suppose it's also because I'm more used to the medium than he is. So, I mean, he may have the edge in terms of understanding and working in comedy for all these years. But certainly when it comes to working on film, he does know that he's on his mettle because it's something that I've done for a long time.
What about the police reaction to this series? I mean, do they applaud what you've done for the force? Totally ruined it. Right. No respect.
I thought when it first came out, I actually did think I thought we were in trouble. I thought we were going to get stopped. You know, it was going to be just hello, hello. Who's a clever devil that I do you think you're funny? Do you blow into this? But it hasn't panned out like that.
No. It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. They love it, or appear to. The blokes down at my local at Holmes Road in Kentish Town all say, oh, we got two blokes exactly like that down our neck. And I do believe that the bits of our show are used as police training videos. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
What? Well, how not to do it?
How not to do it, yes. Yes, we've got, I think our interrogation sequence is used at Hendon, I believe. for young coppers to how not to interrogate a suspect.
Have you ever been stopped then? I mean, have you ever been pulled over?
Oh, yes, I was driving down in the country last summer, 6 o'clock in the evening, not breaking the speed limit, well, marginally, but not by enough to worry about. And I suddenly saw this flashing blue light in my mirror, and there's a police motorcyclist going, pull in. So I pulled in, turned off the engine, got out the car, and he's getting his pad out, and he said, I'm sorry I've got to do this. Can I have your autograph, please? I called him a rude name.
He's having put the fear of God into you.
Yeah, he's terrifying. I mean, you don't like to get nicked or stopped for anything.
But you see, I look back at the thing everybody, of course, knows you for, which I swore I wouldn't mention in this interview, is the one that got the biggest audience. I mean, when you played Jesus Christ, you had worldwide 500 million viewers, an unconscionable amount of people. Here you are celebrating 30 years in the business this year. Because that happened relatively early on, is there always a feeling in the back of your mind, am I ever going to match that again? Am I ever going to do anything quite as mega as that?
I think we're running out of parts like that. I mean, there are only a few that I think can attract that kind of audience. I've never felt that. I think it's rather nice to have one in one's career, and I don't think I'd want another one. The pressure of doing it was fairly intense. No, I'm happy with the comparatively double-figure audiences that the detectives get. That'll do for me.
You don't mind slipping into that and away from what might be regarded as the serious films? Are you afraid at all now that people will say Jasper Carrott and Robert Powell, the new Morecambe and Wise, you know, become sitcom actors? Or...
No, not really. I've been offered, funnily enough, quite a few sitcoms since we started it, but nothing that has grabbed me as much as working with Jasper did. No, I don't think so. I mean, I duck and weave, and the stuff that I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, while I've been doing The Detective, has ranged from fairly serious drama to musicals. So I don't feel restricted by anything in my career. I hope not.
As long as it's funny, as long as Carrot's still there.
Oh, Carrot will keep on coming, yeah.
Great to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Powell.
Included